All right, friends and families, welcome to SIPPS Challenge lesson number 34. Let's go ahead and review our old spelling sounds because we don't have any new spelling sounds in this lesson. Let's go ahead and begin with our most recent sound. Sound, I, again, I. Sound, first sound, oo, second sound, first sound, o, second sound, ow. Okay, let's keep going. Sound, o, sound, or, sound, a, sound, 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 Great job. Moving to our mixed list of words and syllable types. Now they're all underlined in green because we just have review sounds today. So let's go ahead and begin. First word, underline sound, a, think, read, rain. The next word is a sound out word. Ready? Think, read, sun. Next word, underline sound, you. Think, read, tune. Now take a look, my friends. Remember, we learned 2 ways of hearing a Y at the end. Now, this is going to be a long I sound because it's only 1 syllable. So let's take a look. So underline sound, I, think, read, dry. Dry is 1 syllable only, so the Y sound spelling at the end is going to be a long I instead of an E sound. Underline sound, I, think, read, sigh. Alrighty, underline sound, first underline sound, O, think, read, moan. Okay, second underline sound, ow, think, read, mound. Sound out syllable, think, read, ton. Sound out syllable again, think, read, rin. Underline sound, I, think, read, tie. All right, and there's 2 sounds. First underline sound, oo, think, read, roove. Second underline sound, think, read, rub. Great job, my friends. Let's keep going. Moving on to morphemic transformations. For this next part, we are going to be looking at base words and how our word changes in terms of pronunciation and spelling when we add an affix, okay? Read, act. Read, if. Remember, that's a sight syllable, and we have to remember that because it's slightly strange. That's why it's an irregular sight syllable. Ready? Read the whole word. Active. Great job. Let's keep going. Read, act. Read, if. Read, lee. Read the whole word, actively. Great job. Read, act. Read, ivity. Read the whole word, activity. So my friends, the reason why this is still an I sound is because it's based off of the word active. Okay? So it's based off the word active, and we just changed the ending there. So it's still a short I sound when we have the IV spelling. Okay? Let's go ahead and keep going. Read, act. Alrighty. Read, shun. Read the whole word. Action. Great job. Let's move on to our next base word. Read, capture. Read, d. That's going to make the d sound. Read the whole word. Captured. Read, capture. Read, ing. Read the whole word. Capturing. Read, capture. Read, z. So remember S spellings, S endings, they can be either an s sound or a z sound, okay? Read the whole word. Captures. Read, capture. Read, read the whole word. Recapture. Great job. Let's move into reviewing our sight syllables because we don't have any new sight syllables for this lesson. Okay, let's go ahead and review. Read, chur, spell T-U-R-E. Read, chur, kind of like nature. Ready? Let's keep going. Read, ock. Again, ock. Kind of like occupy. Let's keep going. Read, come. Again, come. Kind of like compare. Alrighty, let's keep going. Read, dem. Again, dem, meaning people. Kind of like democracy or democratic. Alrighty. Read, crim. Again, crim, meaning accuse. Kind of like criminal. Alrighty, let's keep going. Read, quad. Spell Q-U-A-D. Read again, quad, meaning four. Kind of like quadratics or quadrangle. Okay, next sight syllable. Read, circ. Again, circ. Spell C-I-R-C. Read, circ, meaning ring. Kind of like a circus or a circle. Ready? Read, sir. Again, sir. Spell C-I-R. Read, sir. No meaning. Kind of like circus or circle. Alrighty. Okay. First sound, shun. Second sound, jeune. First sound, shun. Second sound, jeune. Kind of like, first sound, discussion. Second sound, kind of like television. Okay. Read, die. Again, die. Kind of like dinosaur or diamond. Let's keep going. Read, pro. Again, pro. Kind of like professor or programmer. Alrighty. Read, sus. Again, sus. Kind of like suspect. Okay, ready? Read, full, spell F-U-L, read, full, spell F-U-L, meaning full of, kind of like beautiful. Alrighty. Read, trans, again, trans, meaning cross, kind of like transatlantic, meaning, so if we see trans in the word transatlantic, for example, that would mean cross the ocean or cross the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, my friends, moving on to reading by syllables. Read, see, read, pure, read, ly. Try for the real word, securely. Now, my friends, the E here, it changed from E to A, and that's what we call a schwa. So our real word is securely. Moving on. Read, cop, read, E, read the whole word, or try for the real word, copy. Great job. Let's go ahead and keep going. Read, re, read, ply, read, ing. Try for the whole word, replying. Read, mon. Read, key. Try for the real word, monkey. My friends, the O here went from ah to a. That's what we call a schwa. So instead of monkey, it's monkey. Okay. Read, lum. Read, burr. Try for the real word, lumber. And then we have an irregular sight syllable right there. Let's keep going. Read, use. Read, full. Read, ly. Irregular sight syllable, irregular sight syllable. Okay. Try for the real word, usefully. Great job. Read, an. Read, ses. Read, tor. Try for the real word, ancestor. This is what we would call a schwa as well, because it went from an O to a slightly E sound, like an sound. And remember, schwas occur when the vowel doesn't sound like its usual short or long self. Let's keep going. Our last word. Read, tur. Read, key. Try for the real word, turkey. Great, let's move on. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first word here. Is there an irregular sight syllable at the end? Yes, there absolutely is. Per is an irregular sight syllable. Now, because that's an irregular sight syllable, it's super easy for us to isolate it by itself. When we have irregular sight syllables show up in our words like that they usually need to be isolated. So that's all we need to do for that word. First syllable, slip. Second syllable, purrs. Try for the real word, slippers. Great job. Moving on. Is there an irregular sight syllable? No, there is not. Okay. Now, how many consonants are in between our two vowels? Great. There are two consonants in between our two vowels. Split where? In between our two consonants. First syllable, car. Second syllable, tune. Try for the real word, Cartoon. Great job. Is there an irregular sight syllable at the end? No, there is not. Okay. Righty. How many consonants are in between our two vowels? We have two consonants in between our two vowels. Split where? In between our two consonants. First syllable, shag. Second syllable, ye. Try for the real word, shaggy. Do we have an irregular sight syllable? Yes, we do. It's not at the end, but we do have an irregular sight syllable. Okay, so already that helps us a lot because we can split right there immediately. When we have irregular sight syllables show up in our words, it's really helpful because then we know to isolate them by themselves like this. Now, let's move to our next part of the word. How many consonants are in between our two vowels? One consonant in between our two vowels. Now, we usually, with a VCV pattern, we usually split right before the consonant. Okay, now that's what we're going to be doing, and that's it for that word. First syllable, pour. Second syllable, cue. Last syllable, pine. Try for the real word, porcupine. Fantastic. Is there an irregular sight syllable here? Yes, there is. Is an irregular sight syllable. And already that tells us that it's going to be isolated by itself. This word is a little bit tricky. Instead of us splitting it before the ER, we're actually going to be flexible and split it right before the T so that our word is split up into chat, and then second syllable is going to be tur. First syllable, chat. Second syllable, tur. Try for the real word, chatter. Moving on, do we have an irregular sight syllable here? No, we do not. How many consonants are in between our two vowels? We have one consonant in between our two vowels. Split where? Usually before the consonant with a VCV pattern, but we can be flexible. First syllable, co. Second syllable, p. Try for the real word, copy. My friends, again, usually when we have a vowel at the end of a syllable, it's usually long, but sometimes we have to be flexible, and in this case, we do have to be flexible because it ends up being copy instead of copy. Okay. Moving on, do we have an irregular sight syllable here? No, we do not, my friends. Okay. Now, how many consonants are in between our two vowels in this word? We have two consonants in between our two vowels. Split where? In between our two consonants. First syllable, bag. Second syllable, gauge. Try for the real word, baggage. So this is a schwa right here because it goes from an A sound to an sound, baggage. It has a weird sound. So when a word doesn't quite, when a syllable or a vowel doesn't quite sound like its usual vowel self, that means it's a schwa. So bag, first syllable, second syllable, gidge. Try for the real word, baggage. Okay, last word on this page. Do we have an irregular sight syllable? No, we do not. Let's take a look at our first pattern. How many consonants are in between our two vowels? We have one consonant in between our two vowels. Split where? Usually before the consonant. Okay, moving on to our next pattern. How many consonants in between our two vowels? One consonant. Split where? Usually before the consonant. Okay. First syllable, de. And again, we can be flexible when the syllable ends in a vowel. We can be flexible. So instead of it being D, it's actually going to be de. De. Co. Last syllable, rate. Try for the real word, decorate. And my friends, this is going to be a schwa as well because it sounds like an instead of an O. So decorate, deca. Okay, moving on to our last word here. Do we have an irregular sight syllable? No, we do not. Now let's take a look at our consonants and vowels. Let's take a look at this one first. How many consonants in between our two vowels? Great. 2 consonants in between our 2 vowels. Split where? In between our 2 consonants. Great, and I already did that. Moving on. Let's take a look at our VCV pattern here. Okay, how many consonants are in between our 2 vowels here? Great, we have 1 consonant in between our 2 vowels. Split where? Usually we split before the consonant. Okay, so let's do that. Moving on to our last VCV pattern here. How many consonants in between our 2 vowels? 1 consonant in between our 2 vowels. Split where? Usually we split right before our consonant. Okay, let's take a look now. And this one is really hard to see, so I will go ahead and actually underline the different syllables so that you can see where exactly they start and stop. Okay. First syllable, al. Second syllable, li. And my friends, we have to be flexible with our sounds sometimes. This would usually be an ah sound, but actually it needs to be an ah sound in this word. So al. Second syllable, li. We have to be flexible. It would normally be lie, but in this word it is li, so we have to be flexible. Third syllable, gay. Last syllable, tor. Try for the real word, alligator. And this has a strange sound. Instead of it being alligator, it's alligator. And sometimes that just happens. It's kind of strange, but we have to be flexible about it. Great job, my friends. Let's move into our guided spelling. Okay, moving on to guided spelling. We have 3 words today. Our first word is repeat. Why do I have to repeat myself for you? Repeat. Say repeat. Great job. First syllable, re, and that's a sound out syllable. Re. Second syllable, peat. Which E? Let's take a look. Which E? We're going to use this E sound, this EA spelling. Okay? E. First syllable, re. Second syllable, p. Eat. P. Eat. Great job. Number 2, our second word is going to be collectible. I have a toy figurine collectible in my house. Say collectible. Great job. First syllable, co. Now, that first syllable, my friends, that syllable has a schwa. We're going to use this spelling. Co. We're going to use this spelling for our first syllable, which has a schwa. So instead of it being call, it's actually pronounced co. Okay. Second syllable, lect. Listen to the sounds. Lect. That's a sound out syllable. L, e, k, t. That one's slightly tricky. K, t. Okay. Third syllable, collecta, That syllable, the third syllable has a schwa. Use this spelling. We're going to represent the sound with the I. Okay, and our last syllable is bow. Is that an irregular sight syllable? Yes, it absolutely is. We can even double check that, okay? Bowl. Bowl. Yep, bowl is an irregular sight syllable. Don't forget to underline our irregular sight syllables there. Great. Moving on. Number 3, ribbon. I have a pink ribbon in my hair. Ribbon. Say ribbon. Great job. First syllable, rib. That's a sound out syllable. Second syllable, bun. This syllable has a schwa. Use this spelling. Okay, so those are all of our 3 words for today's lessons. Go ahead and take a look at your paper. If yours looks exactly like mine, great job. Otherwise, if you didn't spell it correctly, go ahead and keep your spelling. Just cross it out and write the correct spelling above it, or above what you originally wrote. Great job, my friends. I will see you in the next lesson.